Welcome back to SportLab, where we break down the biggest moments in football. Arsenal delivered a statement performance with a stunning 5-1 demolition of Manchester City. With young stars stepping up and City's errors proving costly, this result shakes up the Premier League title race. Let's get into it.
Here from the Emirates. So there we go. You can see the scorelines from this weekend on that left-hand column as well. The top three all winning, but crucial for Arsenal to get that victory after Liverpool's result at Bournemouth yesterday. They stay within 6 points, Liverpool with a game in hand. That comes next week at Goodison Park against an Everton side who are banging form under David Moyes, who've won all of the last three. Is there still a chance for Arsenal here? Some big winners in the bottom half as well. Crystal Palace, Spurs climbing. Great result for Everton, and Wolves as well, lifting themselves out of the bottom three at the expense of Leicester City, all the three promoted sides in the bottom three, and West Ham down there in 15th. We will watch tomorrow as they head to Stamford Bridge on the Monday Night Football. And next Sunday night, we've got something else to look forward to. It's the Super Bowl. In for Arsenal against Manchester City. Did you see that coming at half-time, Thierry?
No, not half-time, I'll be honest, because I felt there was like a bit of a drop after the goal that we scored.
Do you think that was a deliberate drop? Do you think that was very much a concerted plan to get in front?
No, I don't think so. I've seen that so many times this year at the Emirates where we go ahead early and then we kind of passive with it. And I do believe, and I said it so many times, when we are on the front foot and we go and put pressure and we play higher, and obviously here at the Emirates also, nobody can live with us. But we gave Man City the opportunity, as you mentioned, to be in and around the box, put crosses in, and then Alan did what Alan does. And then once we again had to score a goal, we went back up, putting pressure. Yes, I know Phil Foden missed the pass, but we were there. We were higher to go and put pressure, and then the rest is history. We'll know about it. So I don't know why, even after the 1-0, you don't carry on playing the same way and being way higher.
But you just think what difference a 5-1 makes as opposed to a 2-1 to a team. Tell us.
Yeah, I just think confidence, isn't it? I think when we thought about this game today, could they do it in a big moment? And I think today they took their moments really well, Arsenal. Obviously, City wasn't great, but yeah, you've got to give credit to Arsenal.
Well, here is another of their successful team today, Declan Rice, who joins us live from the tunnel area downstairs. Congratulations to you, Declan. Not sure if you heard the guys there just talking about how emphatic it was in the end and how important it was to make such a statement. Did you feel that?
Yeah, for sure. I think the scoreline in the end, 5-1, is an unbelievable score. I think from the moment we stepped out on that pitch today, we had that fire in our belly. We really wanted to win the game, obviously, from what happened at the Etihad at the start of the season. We really wanted to go out there and amend that, and I think we did. But up until they scored the goal, I thought it was an even game, to be honest. I thought they still posed a really good threat. They had a lot of the ball. We had to sit deep at times, and Man City, look, we won 5-1, but they're still a top side and they can still punish teams. And when it went 1-1, you maybe think that the momentum might shift, but you know, in the end, then we kept pushing and we won the ball off another high press, got the goal of Thomas, and then from that moment we kept to push on, and in the end to win 5-1 was top. But I thought it was a really tough game. Well, I felt that out there anyway.
Just regarding the feeling amongst your group going into the game, Declan, how much did you talk about the first game and the bad blood that was obviously there between the two teams?
Yeah, look, I think this is a thing that's been building up over a certain amount of time. Obviously, they nicked the title off Arsenal the year. Obviously, I wasn't here, and then last year they beat us to the title. So it's been hard to accept that. And then obviously with the Etihad at the start of the season and everything that went on there, you do kind of have that, like I said, that fire in your stomach to want to come out here today at your home stadium and try amend that. And you know, in the end we did, and we're so happy. The boys are buzzing in there, but there's still such a long way to go. Obviously, we've beat them today. We now go on to Wednesday, which is massive, and we've got to keep pushing because we're still a couple points off the top, and that's where we want to be. So yeah, we've got to keep going.
Declan, you were man of the match today, and a couple of assists, a pre-assist as well, I think, on the first goal, and that's something that you've been questioned for since you've come to Arsenal. So how pleased were you with how it went for you personally today?
Yeah, so happy. Obviously helpful on the first one. I think Kai, I won the tackle on the second one. He could have scored, and then to obviously get the two in the second. The last one, don't think a lot of people think I've got that in my locker, but I see that 5 seconds before and knew I was going to play that pass out to Ethan before Gabby even sent me the ball. So to get 2 assists was really, really big. I need to keep adding assists and goals to my game, especially if I'm going to keep playing the number 8 position. It obviously gets spoken about a lot, but it's something I'm putting the demands on myself much more. So as long as I can keep helping the team, I'm feeling way better in myself than I did at the start of the season. So just got to keep going and helping this club, try and achieve silverware, which is why I'm here and why everyone else is here.
Declan, this is Thierry.
Hi.
Well done for the win. I wanted to ask you something. We were talking to obviously Martin Ødegaard before and Carragher, and people were praising on how they were pressing, obviously. But how is it to play right behind them, and also with the work that the wingers are doing on the side for you? I'm sure it's easier to be able to concentrate on staying in the middle and not going too wide, because the pressing is on point on the side.
You're spot on. I think, honestly, the manager gives us absolutely everything tactically, right down to the last thing you could even imagine. Like, we're the only ones that have to go out there and do that. The press is all set up from him, and how we play and how we press and everything. So for me, I know my role. I knew who I had to mark. I knew how I could press and win the ball back today. And like you said, I think Martin and Kai, they go under the radar, especially Martin, just because people think he's a luxury player and he's there to get on the ball and play. His pressing and the way he gets after the ball and sets the team off is outstanding, and especially Kai as well. I'm so happy for him. There's obviously so much talk around him, but what he offers us as a team is unbelievable. And these guys are top, and we're all top, but we have to keep going. We need to keep pushing, and let's see where the season can go. But today was a really good day, and it's been one of the best days since I've been at Arsenal. So yeah, let's keep pushing.
Thank you.
Declan, you were involved in the title race last season, your first experience of that. You just come short with Manchester City. Is there anything you may be going about differently in terms of maybe, with it being Liverpool this season, looking at each other's results? Is there something that you've learned from last year's experience that you can use to your benefit this season?
Well, do you know what? Liverpool are still quite far in front, especially with the game in hand, and with them winning obviously yesterday. We know going into the game that we have to win these games. It's more disappointing, Carragher, that it's the games like the Villas where we're 2-0 up and we drop them type of points. The Brightons away where we're winning, where we could be up there closer to Liverpool. But look, like the manager says every time, we'll be there, we'll keep pushing, and we do need other teams to help us. But Liverpool, credit to them, they've been really, really good so far. They've got top players, and it's down to us to hunt them. They've got themselves in this position. So look, there's respect to them, but we obviously know the goal that we want, and then that's to hunt them down and obviously to win the Premier League. That's what we want to do. Still a long way to go. Still so many games to play, but we need to stay positive and keep taking each game as it comes, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
I love your message, Declan. You want to hunt them down. I tell you what, that performance, that result has got Jamie twitchy anyway in here. That's the good news. That's the good news. But listen, you were Gary Neville's player of the match. That was backed by everybody in this studio as well, I have to say, Declan. And there is the trophy. Congratulations on a great performance.
Have a good day.
Well done.
Thank you. See you later.
Declan Rice.
You're a bit sheepish now, aren't you?
It wasn't that game, it was the Tottenham game.
Well, actually, Jamie, you made the point before the game in saying that he was, for you, the key man. If he turned up, that you didn't feel that City's midfield could live with him.
Listen, that's not anything special to say. I think we've seen that, in the last few weeks, whoever City have came up against. But I almost feel it sometimes that I'm almost one of Declan Rice's biggest supporters, because I do find myself scratching my head when I see people criticise him and you sort of asking for more goals and assists. Now, I know the game in the last sort of 10, 15 years, especially on the show that we do tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, we look at numbers and analyse things. And I think when you played alongside Patrick Vieira and Emmanuel Petit were behind you in midfield, they were two of the greatest midfield players in the world at that time, and two of the greatest midfield players we've ever seen in the Premier League. I don't remember anyone talking about how many goals or assists they got. Now, they chip in, they didn't get a lot, probably 5 or 6 a season. For me, Declan Rice is one of those type of all-round midfield players, a little bit like Roy Keane, a little bit. And he said he's playing in the number 8 position, so he's playing a little bit higher. But for me, he's...
Well, actually, Jamie, you made the point before the game in saying that he was, for you, the key man. If he turned up, that you didn't feel that City's midfield could live with him.
listen, that's not anything special to say. I think we've seen that, you know, in the last few weeks, whoever City have came up against. But I almost feel it sometimes that I'm almost one of Declan Rice's biggest supporters, because I do find myself scratching my head when I see people criticise him and you sort of ask him for more goals and assists. Now, I know the game in the last sort of 10, 15 years, especially on the show that we do, tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, we look at numbers and analyse things. And I think when you played alongside Patrick Vieira and Emmanuel Petit were behind you in midfield, they were two of the greatest midfield players in the world at that time, and two of the greatest midfield players we've ever seen in the Premier League. I don't remember anyone talking about how many goals or assists they got. Now, they chip in, they didn't get a lot, probably 5 or 6 a season. For me, Declan Rice is one of those type of all-round midfield players, a little like Roy Keane, a little bit. And he said he's playing in the number 8 position, so he's playing a little bit higher. But for me, he's
played. What a result. These are the great days, aren't they, Martin? Man City, the champions here, and not just beaten, but really well beaten. 5-1.
Yeah, it was a top game, top performance, and yeah, with the fans, the atmosphere, and in the end, the score sheet like that is, can't be better, so very happy.
Kai, how did you do it?
Yeah, I think we managed to press them quite well, didn't give them much time. I mean, still they're a top team, and sometimes they beat the press, but I think our energy was good. We used our chances, and at the end, I think it was a good game.
So you two are absolutely key to that press, leading that press. What is key to getting that right? You know, like going, but maybe not going too early, luring them in, that kind of thing?
I think it's the timing, you know. I mean, we train it a lot of times, and I think it's not only us two, it's everyone. I think when we push and go to the defensive players, everyone needs to push through, and I think the energy there is very important, and obviously we are the first ones to press, but the rest of the team, they're doing it excellent as well.
And of course it all started with you two, Kai laying on your goal for you, Martin. Just a word for Kai. I mean, you all love him, you can hear the crowd love him. How important is he to this team?
Yeah, massive impact again today. You know, you see everything he does. He score again, assist. He's always there. You know, with and without the ball, massive impact. So yeah, top player. So yeah, good to have him in the team.
Yeah, pleased to see the goal go in, obviously. But I mean, I won't go into too many history books, but you've had to wait a little bit for the goal.
Yeah, yeah, it was about time. It was good, you know. And after we didn't stop, we just kept on going. And in the end, I think we got what we deserved. And yeah, it was a good one.
Okay, lovely, confident finish for your goal. How did you feel seeing that go in?
Yeah, it was nice. I think I was a bit frustrated from the chance of the first half, so I thought to myself, I need to score one. And when I saw it going in, obviously I was very happy.
Did you just, when Martin was talking about you, did you just say not enough, something like that when Martin was talking? Just as Martin was talking about you a second ago.
No, I said it's enough because he was so positive about me.
Yeah, you're quite a partnership, you two, aren't you, Martin?
Yeah, we have a good connection. You know, we understand each other. You know, I know where he wants the ball and where he wants to move, and yeah, intelligent player. You know, so it's good to play with him, and yeah, not just him, the whole team. I think we have a great connection. You know, everyone, and we know each other so well now, and yeah, you can really see that on the pitch.
Well done, guys. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Mikel, I've stood in this room so many times over so many years, speaking to Arsene, to Unai, to you. I'm not sure, given the opposition, I can remember a more impressive 45 minutes than I've just seen from your team in the second half. It was extraordinary performance.
Yes, well, it's a great day, obviously, as you said, considering the opposition that we just played, to get the result that we got in the manner that we got. It makes it very, very special, and a lot of things have to go your way, because I think we started really well, scored the goal, means a big chance, and afterwards, yeah, they are so good that they force you to be deeper and to be in situations that you don't want to be. And after that, you need sometimes a bit of luck, and then you have to be very efficient. And we played with a lot of good intentions, being very brave, and it paid off.
You did get that little bit of luck. I mean, that's a crucial moment in the game, the deflection coming so soon after their equaliser.
It has to be, you know. Things have to go your way. The line is so thin, you know, and you can have the purpose and the intention to put them under pressure. You get it a little bit late, wrong, they're in your box. You know, they are that good. But I liked the team showed a lot of personality, the competitiveness of every player to face the challenge and do it in the way that we want to do it. That's really pleasing to see.
I can only imagine how proud you must be of the goal scored by your two teenagers today. I mean, just putting players of that age into this environment must be quite a big decision, but are they of such quality that you can't not do it?
Yeah, especially the characters, you know, they play with a lot of personality, you know, they are really brave, they have the courage, they are really intelligent, they understand what we want, and then they just play to make things happen, you know, and when you see that talent, and especially when the players believe in them, which is the most important player, to have players 17, 18-year-old next to you, and you said, I feel okay with them, and I feel that we are a better team, that's a big sign, and they earn it.
And you really had to show today that you're not going away. I think after the result Liverpool got in a potentially very tricky game yesterday, this probably felt like a game you had to win.
Yes, we need to continue, you know, doing the things that we can control. Again, today was a really difficult game for us with everything that we've been through in the last few weeks. We managed to do it. We are there, and now it's Newcastle.
Thank you. Pep, obviously a very difficult game to try and digest everything that happened, particularly in the second half to you.
No, the game, only I regret the last 20-25 minutes that we forgot to do what we should do, what we have done during 60, 65, 70 minutes. So, of course, it's a difficult game starting the stadium against that team in the first minutes, and happened many times this season. But after 10, 15 minutes, I think we took the game and we played really, 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 really good. And we are in the season like after 1-1 and good momentum with a pass to make the transition with Omar and deflection and the third goal. But after that, we then continue to do what you have to do in terms defensively, and a little bit more patient, because when we play in that way, they can run, and of course with 3-1 they are more comfortable, it's more difficult. So I regret the last 50, 20 minutes. The rest was a really good game for our side. It's difficult to understand when you see the result, but this is my feeling.
Obviously, the first goal of the game coming so early in the game from a defensive error, similar to last weekend against Chelsea in a way. It's not a great start when you're in this environment against such a good team.
It's happened all season. We are giving away too many things. Still, we are not aware. We talk, but we are not aware with this. Cannot happen. It happened, but we react really well, and we play in personality. We defend so good, and when the ball we were, you know, quite threat, but unfortunately after the second, it happened again many times. We had momentum for deflection, and in other situations we concede goals.
Obviously, it's a big deflection on the second goal, and coming so soon after Erling had equalised, it's a bit of luck for them, and it's a key moment in the game.
Definitely. But you have to overcome. You cannot lose the control. It's 95 minutes, so we cannot finish in the way we play. We could have scored 3 more. So the team always has to be stable. It doesn't matter what happened in no-cut games. So in the first situation, we lose what you have to do. It's so difficult.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
Arsenal's statement win. Arsenal reignited their title challenge with a ruthless 5-1 victory over Manchester City at the Emirates, cutting the gap at the top to 6 points. The game will be remembered for teenage sensations Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri, who both wrote their names into the history books with record-breaking goals. It started in just the second minute, when a defensive mix-up between John Stones and Manuel Akanji gifted Martin Ødegaard an open net finish. City responded after half-time, with Erling Haaland levelling through a powerful header. But Arsenal regained the lead just a minute later as Thomas Partey's long-range effort took a crucial deflection past Stefan Ortega. Then came the moment of the match. 18-year-old Lewis-Skelly danced past defenders and curled in a brilliant goal, making him the youngest scorer against a reigning champion since Wayne Rooney in 2003. Arsenal's dominance continued as Kai Havertz finished off a counter-attack before 17-year-old Nwaneri capped off the rout with a stunning curler in stoppage time. Arsenal's revenge on City. The rivalry between Arsenal and City has become one of the fiercest in the Premier League, and this win felt like revenge for Mikel Arteta's side. Last season, City crushed Arsenal's title dreams. Earlier this campaign, they played out a tense 2-2 draw at the Etihad, filled with controversy and late drama. Gabriel Magalhaes made sure to remind Erling Haaland of that history, celebrating Arsenal's first goal right in front of him. And Lewis-Skelly added insult to injury by copying Haaland's famous meditation celebration after his goal. With this statement victory, Arsenal are now 9 points clear of City and will be watching Liverpool closely as the Reds still have a game in hand. City's costly errors. For Manchester City, this was a nightmare performance, filled with defensive mistakes and missed chances. John Stones' poor pass led to the first goal, while Phil Foden's misplaced ball gifted Arsenal their second. That takes City's tally to 8 errors leading to goals this season, the most in any season under Pep Guardiola. And with a brutal fixture list ahead, including clashes with Newcastle, Liverpool, Spurs, and a Champions League showdown with Real Madrid, City's season is at risk of unravelling. What's next? For Arsenal, this victory builds momentum as they prepare for a crucial EFL Cup semi-final against Newcastle. Their Premier League journey continues against Leicester, but all eyes will be on Liverpool's upcoming match against Everton. City, meanwhile, need to regroup fast. Their title hopes are hanging by a thread, and with their current defensive form, the next few weeks could define their entire season. Final thoughts. Was this Arsenal's best performance under Arteta? And can City recover from this setback? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to SportLab for more football analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.